do we have shared credits with this? Yeah. Okay. Alright. 59:46 is when we hit. 45 seconds. 30 seconds. You ready for control? Yeah. Ready for control? We are ready for control. You're on. Thank you.
Premieres next Sunday.
30 seconds.
Next Sunday, Once Upon a Time enters a whole new world of gallant knights
I'm King Arthur of Camelot.
and brave warriors.
I'm Merida.
The clash of good versus evil has never been this
15
intense.
seconds.
The fight to control our darkness has just begun.
Once
10
Upon a
seconds.
Time, the season premiere after the brand new special Dark Swan Rises, a Once Upon a Time fan
Stand by.
celebration. It all starts next Sunday at 7, 6 Central on ABC.
Okay, let's spin it.
Construction shuts down part of a major interchange once again, and Nebraska considers letting transgender athletes play. The news starts now.
Closed captioning of NTV News is brought to you by CHI Health. Imagine better health. NTV, Central and Western Nebraska's most watched late news. This is NTV News at 10.
Well, staff at a local hospital got a chance to see some of their past patients again today, but under much happier circumstances. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Kirkley. NTV's Megan Johnson has the story.
When a medic or a nurse first meets a trauma patient, it can be one of the worst days of that person's life. But the trauma survivor reunion at CHI Good Samaritan lets them introduce themselves once more while catching up on what's happened since.
This package is 1 minute
From
and 58
wrecks to
seconds.
broken bones to sports injuries, many meeting in the dining hall of CHI Good Samaritan Sunday were once checked into the hospital under much different circumstances.
We invited people from the last 3 years who have had accidents of many different kinds to come back and reconnect with their caregivers.
Doug Yates wears the trauma survivor name tag, life-flighted to Good Sam when he crashed his motorcycle between Broken Bow and Callaway 2 years ago.
Don't remember a lot. I remembered some, but there was a lot of, I guess, with the surgery and everything, the drugs and all that, I just didn't remember a lot. So that was the main reason I wanted to come today and try to meet with some of these people that took care of me.
Yates and others can learn about the place they may have only seen from their room.
It's such a wonderful program, yeah.
And about the programs they took part in, like pet therapy.
Wonderful, just to be able to be here and to see the facility from a different perspective.
Staff say they also get to say hello to the patient's other supporters, such as Lori Guard's family, who stayed close to her in Good Sam for a month after her truck was hit by a train near Gibbon in 2013.
I recognize the families so much more than I ever recognize the patients, because sometimes the patients have injuries, sometimes they're swollen, sometimes they're not themselves, and then I have families come up to me and you communicate more often with the families. So to be able to get to know that patient after that
15 seconds.
point in their normal state is rewarding.
The survivors and their families were also invited to explore an ambulance, tour the hospital's helicopter, and revisit the floors they received care on.
Megan Johnson reporting. A group of Central Nebraska teens are honored for excellence in emergency preparedness. The Lieutenant Governor gave one of the state's Be Prepared Awards to Grand Island Hall County Team CERT. The young community emergency response team members were recognized for telling others about being prepared. Also receiving a Be Prepared Award, Pilger Village clerk Kimberly Neiman. Neiman was given a local hero award for her role in the response and ongoing recovery of the northeastern Nebraska community after it was mostly destroyed by a tornado last year. Well, no severe weather like that today. Let's turn to weather. Mark Reed is in with a Check Your First Alert forecast. Mark.
Sarah, it's looking very nice this evening. Temperatures holding mostly into the 60s and 70s for central Nebraska and 50s as you head off to the west. This is the last week of summer, with fall officially arriving early Wednesday morning, but it'll be summer-like. We'll have all the details coming up. First alert weather. Sarah?
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, the break is over. Work will continue on the Highway 281 Interstate 80 interchange starting tomorrow. That's when the westbound off-ramp will be closed until around October 12th. The detour will send drivers to the Alda exit and back east on I-80. Work has been completed on both the on-ramps, but construction stalled during the state fair and Husker Harvest Days to accommodate the crowds. The entire project is expected to be completed in November. Governor Pete Ricketts has wrapped up his trade mission to Asia. It included the 47th annual Midwest U.S.-Japan Association Conference in Tokyo and meetings with top leadership in Beijing, China. Before leaving for the U.S. yesterday, the governor gave an update from Beijing.
Specifically, we're talking about working with our sister province, Shanxi, and their project that involves the gambling, agricultural, high-tech industries development. And we're trying to create a partnership that will allow Nebraska companies to be able to market and develop their agricultural products and machinery and allow.
Back in Nebraska, Congressman Adrian Smith is set to host his own international trade event. U.S. Ambassador Darcy Vedder and Nebraska Department of Ag Director Greg Ibaugh will join Smith in Grand Island on Tuesday. The free seminar will focus on growing Nebraska through trade. If you'd like to attend, the information is on your screen. Just head to Congressman Smith's website to RSVP. Another Nebraska lawmaker, Senator Ben Sasse, says he'll introduce new legislation tomorrow. Sasse says it'll be a companion bill to the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act, which passed the House with a 248 to 177 vote last week. It says when the abortion results in a live birth, that infant is considered a legal person and must be offered medical care. Sasse said in a statement, quote, "It's time to check our national conscience. Newborn babies must receive care and attention. Societies are judged by how we care for the vulnerable, and surely anyone with a heart, regardless of where they stand on the abortion debate, should be able to agree that our laws should protect newborns." The group that governs Nebraska high school sports is drafting a policy to allow transgender athletes to compete. The Nebraska School Activities Association's director says at least 2 transgender students have expressed interest in participating in winter sports this year. Currently, transgender students in the state can only participate in sports on a team that matches the gender on their birth certificate, not the gender they identify themselves as. At least 38 other states have already adopted policies. A Central Nebraska cheer squad is about halfway to their goal of performing at this year's Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Members of the Doniphan-Trumbull Cardinals cheer squad held a car wash and bake sale today to help them with the expenses to get them there in December. They got the chance after winning some competitions at a summer cheer camp. They're the only Nebraska squad going, with only 7 on the team, and will cheer during pregame with others from Florida and Oregon.
Instantly, we wanted to go. Even if we had to get the money and out of our own pockets and pay for it, we wanted to go. Just being able to go and show that a small town, a small team can do it. That you don't have to be a big team that can do all the flips and everything.
It's a great thing for them, especially, being from such a small town, not getting much exposure. So it's a good thing.
Each team member needs approximately $1,400 to go. More fundraising opportunities will be held, including a GoFundMe account and partial dinner proceeds at Buffalo Wild Wings on October 1st. With Halloween just over a month away, some area pumpkin patches are gearing up for a new season. From hayrack rides to corn mazes, even giant slides, folks at Grandpa's Pumpkinberry Patch are taking this next week put the finishing touches on their business. They started prepping in March. It's only their 2nd year. Last year, they hosted area kids in their garden, but this year, they're adding play areas to the mix, welcoming everyone's kids.
The kids, the smiles on the kids' faces. That's why we started, and that's why we keep up. We run kind of a family type of fair, and it's like coming to Grandpa's house, kind of type of thing.
Grandpa's Pumpkinberry Patch is located 1 mile south and 1 mile west of Atlanta, southwest Holdridge on Highway 6. And while some are getting ready, some more established pumpkin patches are getting a head start. Helgoss Pumpkin Patch in St. Laborie opened this weekend, and they've said they've seen good crowds so far. Theirs is also a family-run establishment that's been entertaining visitors for 15 years. Owners say it's a way for people to create memories.
People are looking for things to do with their families, and so they're looking for places like us. So I hope that we just continue to grow and be a nice place for people to come bring their kids.
Yeah, I know. Helgoss Pumpkin Patch is located between Grand Island and St. Laborie on Loop River Road off Highway 281. You could get into your favorite museum next weekend for free. Stir Museum in Grand Island and the Nebraska Firefighters Museum and Education Center in Kearney are just two of the local attractions participating in the Smithsonian Magazine's 11th annual Museum Day Live event. Others can be seen on your screen right now. Last year, it drew 400,000 participants nationwide, and this year, they expect even more. Just go to Smithsonian.com to download your free tickets to 2 locations for September 26th only. Still to come, a Nebraska diocese says they'll participate in an abuse audit for the first time in more than a decade. We'll have details.
Coming up here shortly on the Outdoor Files, fur, pheasants, ducks, turkeys, pictures, and so much more. Join me.
This is our national radar picture, and there's very little out there. Just some stuff down in Texas. This one at last. We'll have some details. Well, maybe some bumpy weather coming midweek. Come out for first look.
Amigos Boneless Wings presents their starting snapbacks. Number 16, garlic parmesan. Number 22, sriracha.